Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a baby names I love but won't be using video. But if you are new around here, then hello, my name is Sarah-Jayne. I'm currently pregnant with baby number 1 who is due in October. It is a baby girl. We do already have a name for her which we won't be sharing until she's actually born. So these baby names are actually baby names that I love. When it came to talking about baby names, I very much liked more unusual kind of sounding names and my husband preferred more traditional sounding names. So it did take us a while to come up with an actual name, but the name that we have chosen we absolutely love. So I'm going to share with you 4 girls' names and 4 boys' names that I absolutely love today, and I hope that you maybe get some ideas if you are looking for ideas of what to call your baby girl or baby boy. So let's start with girls because that is obviously what I'm having. Now this very first name Anthony and I both really liked, but we just did decide against it in the end because we preferred the name that we chose. And this first name is Isabella. I really like Isabella. Yes, it's not sort of particularly unusual, as I said that I like unusual names, but I really like the shortened version of Izzy rather than Bella. We really quite liked it because it goes really well with our surname, which is Fregola. If you don't know already, Fregola is an Italian surname which actually means strawberry. But Isabella Fregola actually had a nice ring to it, but we decided against that one in the end. Girl's name number 2 is a little bit more unique. I think it's very much more American sounding, which are kind of the names that I like, and that is Elodie. I think Elodie is just a really pretty name, but Anthony was just like, no, it sounds like you've made it up. So although I love that name, it was never gonna happen because Anthony just really didn't like it. Girl's name number 3 is one of my favourite names, and I really pushed for it, but Anthony just wasn't having any of it, and that's Aria. Aria has become much more popular, I'd say, in the last year or so, and maybe it's a good thing that we haven't chosen it, because I feel that maybe if it gets too popular then I wouldn't want, you know, her to go to school and everyone's called Aria. I really like it because it does sound a bit more unusual, but again I think it's getting a bit more popular, and I would spell it A-R-I-Y-A. When we were looking into baby names, we did look at more of the Italian sounding names as well, or the Italian origins, but the Italian spelling of Aria is A-R-I-A, I believe. But even so, Anthony really didn't like it, so it was a big no-no. And that went into the absolutely not list, which I was really sad about. And then baby name number 4 is again quite a popular name, and that's Ava. I think it's just a really pretty sounding name. However, Anthony already has family members with the name Ava, so we just decided against that one in the end as well. I know a lot of you have been trying to guess the name of our baby girl, and I would love to know what you think it might be, so leave in the comments down below of your guesses for our baby girl's name. Moving on to boys' names, and I didn't have as many boys' names on my list as what I had girls' names, and I mean I've had this list for years on my phone. Even before we were thinking about having kids, every time I heard a name that I would like, I would literally write them down, and the girls' names there must have been about 20 odd names on there, but the boys' names I didn't have very many at all. The first baby boy's name is quite special to me. It's got a lot of sentiment behind it, and that's because when I did my family tree, I found that on my granddad's side all the firstborn males were named Luke or Lucas, and that went back right to the 1800s. So I always had in my head that if we had a baby boy we would call him Lucas, and I really liked the name Lucas paired with James, so it would be Lucas James Fregola. I just thought that was such a really nice name, but again Anthony really didn't like it, and when we first found out we were pregnant, before we found out if it was a boy or a girl, I was completely convinced that we were having a boy, and I would have just been devastated actually if we'd have had a boy and I couldn't have named him Lucas James Frigola. So, you know, it's probably a good thing that we're having a girl. In fact, I don't think we agreed on any boys' names at all. So I think if it had been a boy, we would have really struggled. So if we have a boy in the future, who knows what we're going to call him. Baby boy name number 2 is Jacob. I really love this name. I don't know what the middle name would be though for Jacob. I don't know, again, would really struggle with boys' names to put a first and a middle name that we both agreed on. But baby name number 2 would be Jacob. The third baby boy name that I love is Noah, but I think Noah Frigola would, it doesn't quite go, but Noah I think is a really nice name also. And finally, baby boy name number 4 that I love but won't be using, obviously because 1, we're not having a boy, and 2, Anthony doesn't like it, is Jude. I think Jude is such a lovely name. I think it's quite a classic name as well, but also fairly modern, if that makes sense. So yeah, I love all 4 of those boys' names, but as I say, it's a good job we're not having a boy because I think we would really struggle to agree on a name and find 2 names to go, you know, next to each other. So there we go, they are the baby names I love but we won't be using. Let me know if you like any of them. Do you have a baby or a child that you've called those names? And let me know if they've given you some ideas if you are looking for baby names. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure that you give me a thumbs up, subscribe to keep up to date with all of my latest videos, and click that bell button as well because you'll get a notification of when a new video comes out. Thank you so much for watching and I shall see you again in the next video. Bye!